Hey everyone, this is Yami, your Latina next door. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a thrifty DIY for you guys. Today I am doing the $5 Goodwill Challenge Christmas 2018 edition hosted by Hillary from Old World Home. In this challenge, we are challenged to go to our local thrift store and see what we can find for $5 or less and decorate it for the season. I'll make sure to list her channel as well as the playlist for all of those who have joined in this month for that challenge in my description box below, so you can check out even more inspiration. So I found a 3-piece candle holder that I found for under $3 at my local Goodwill, and I decided to change it up and add some Christmas flair to it and make it into a pretty centerpiece. I also created a beautiful farmhouse inspired burlap box in order to place my candelabra in and create an entire farmhouse inspired piece. Alright, so I decided to create my burlap box from a foam board, and I have actually done something similar before, and I'm going to go ahead and link to that as well so that you guys can see my other version of this. Now what I'm doing here is measuring the base of the box. I wanted to make sure there was an inch all the way around the candle holder. Then I marked my lines. Alright, so I knew I wanted my box to come up halfway up the candle holder, so I just measured that, and then I measured it out on the foam board as well. Then I simply used a box cutter to cut out those pieces. Now once that side is cut, all you have to do is bend the foam board, flip it around, and then cut the back. Then I simply hot glued the side pieces onto the bottom piece. Then I measured and added the end pieces. I like to put the end pieces on the inside, that way it holds up the sides. Then I added more hot glue on both the inside seams and outside seams for a little bit extra sturdiness. Now this next step is optional. Since burlap has a lot of holes, you can kind of see through it. I wanted to make sure you could not see poster board through the fabric, so I painted it brown. Now you don't need a lot of burlap to do this. I just used some scrap left over that I've had for a while, and I didn't add too much on the ends as you see here. I only did about an inch and a half on either end because I didn't want it to be bulky, and I'll show you how I removed that. Then I just added the burlap all the way around the box, including the bottom, and I did it with hot glue. And then I attached the burlap all the way up the sides and in the inside. And just like an upholstery project, I worked my way from the middle out to the ends, and I pulled very tightly, that way there wouldn't be any bumps or ridges in the burlap. Now I used an old paintbrush to adhere the burlap onto the board because of all the little holes. There will be glue that will seep through and you can get burned. Then I cut the corners out and the bottoms and just folded the sides in. And this is how I did the side burlap pieces. This is how nice and crisp those edges look. Then I put the candle holder along with some floral foam from Dollar Tree And I used some of the Dollar Tree garland in order to fill in empty spaces throughout. I did not glue anything onto the box just because I didn't want it to be permanent. Next, I used picks from Dollar Tree and some I had from Walmart from leftover projects, and I started filling the box in. I wanted to keep things very woodland inspired, so I kept the palette neutral. Then I remembered that I had some of the larger balls left over from my DIY garland, and I just stuck them with toothpicks and added them to the arrangement as well. Then I thought that the burlap box was kind of plain, and I remembered that I had a couple of these card catalog labels from Michael's that I had from another project, and I just decided to hot glue them on as well. Then I added 3 battery-operated candles from Dollar Tree, and the arrangement was done. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give this a thumbs up. And thank you so much for Hillary at Old World Home for hosting this challenge once again. Don't forget to check out Hillary's channel and that playlist that I mentioned before. Make sure you subscribe to mine to get awesome DIYs like this. And by the way, have you seen my most amazing Dollar Tree Christmas DIY yet? If not, I'll put it right here. That way you can check it out for yourself and tell me what you think. I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, adios.